Good day everyone. Today we will discuss about angles formed by a parallel lines cut by a transversal. But before we proceed to our discussion, do not forget to like and share this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Teacher Hill and Tech. Now let us start with angles formed by a transversal. So what do we mean by transversal? So a transversal is a line intersecting two or more coplanar lines at different points. Lines R and S are cut by a transversal T. So this is our figure. So these are two coplanar lines and this is our transversal line. So line T is our transversal line. So angles on shaded regions are angle 2, angle 3, angle 5, and angle 8. So these are the shaded regions. So we have your angle 2, angle 3, angle 8, and angle 5. So these are called interior angles. And those on the unshaded region, we have here angle 1, angle 4, angle 6, and angle 7. So they are called exterior angles. So we have here angle 1, angle 4, angle 7, and angle 6. So we call this as exterior angles. Now, we have these angles that what we call corresponding angles. So we have here in our figure 4 pairs of corresponding angles. So we have here angle 1 and angle 5. So we have here angle 2 and angle 6. Then we have here angle 3 and angle 7. Then we have the last pair, angle 4 and angle 8. So these are what we call corresponding angles. So what do we mean by corresponding angles? So corresponding angles are angles formed on the same side of the transversal. So same side. So we have here the side. So the same side. One is the exterior and the other one is in the interior, is the interior angles. That's why we have here angle 1 and angle 5. So they are on the same side of the transversal. One is the exterior angle and the other one is the interior angle. And also with angle 2 and angle 6, they are on the same side of the transversal. One is in the interior and one is in the exterior part of the figure. So that's the corresponding angles. Now we have these two pairs of alternate interior angles based from the given figure. So what are those two pairs? So we have here angle 2 and angle 8. So we have here angle 2 and angle 8. Then we have here angle 3 and angle 5. So what do we mean by alternate interior angles? So when two lines are crossed by another line, so we called it as transversal, a pair of angles on the inner side of each of these two lines. So we have these two lines, then inner side of these two lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal. So opposite side of the transversal are called alternate interior angles. That's why we have here angle 2 and angle 8. They are on the opposite sides of the transversal and they are both on the interior part of the two lines. And also with angle 3 and angle 5. Again, when two lines are crossed by another line, which what we call the transversal, a pair of angles on the inner side of each of those two lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal, are called alternate interior angles. Now we have these alternate exterior angles. So we have two pairs. We have angle 1 and angle 7. Then we have your angle 4 and angle 6. So what do we mean by alternate exterior angles? So this is the opposite of alternate interior angles. So when two lines are crossed by another line, of course, that's what we call the transversal. A pair of angles on the outer, take note, outer side of each of those two lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal are called alternate exterior angles. That's why we have here angle 1 and angle 7. So they lie on the outer side of those two lines. So we have line R and line S. So they are located on the outer side of the two lines. And they are in opposite sides of the transversal. So that's why we called it as alternate exterior angles. So we have our angle 1 and angle 7, then angle 4 and angle 6. Now we also have two pairs of same side interior angles with regards to this figure. So we have here angle 2 and angle 5, and angle 3 and angle 8. So what do we mean by same side interior angles? So the same side interior angles are the pair of non-adjacent interior angles that lie on the same side of the transversal. So that's lie inside the two coplanar lines that are non-adjacent. So when we say non-adjacent, they have no common side and no common vertex that lie on the same side of the transversal. That's why we called it as we have these two pairs, angle 2 and angle 5. They are in the interior and on the same side of the transversal. And so with angle 3 and angle 8. Now we also have two pairs of same side exterior angles. So we have here angle 1 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 7. So what do we mean by same side exterior angles? So same side exterior angles are the pair of non-adjacent exterior angles that lie on the same side of the transversal. So that's why we have here angle 1 and angle 6. They lie on the same side of the transversal and they are located on the exterior parts of the two lines. And also with angle 4 and angle 7. Now, we can have relationships among angles formed. But take note that we can get these relationships if we have two parallel lines that are cut by a transversal. Take note, two parallel lines. And we already discussed what are parallel lines. So parallel lines are lines that do not intersect. And if they are cut by a transversal, we have these 5 relationships among angles formed. So the first one is corresponding angles are congruent. So when we say corresponding angles are congruent, so based from this figure, what are the corresponding angles? So when we say corresponding angles, angles that are on the same side of the transversal, one is in the interior and one is in the exterior. Let's say, for example, angle 1 and angle 5. They are corresponding angles. Angle 4 and angle 8. They are corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 7. So since corresponding angles are congruent, it means that they have the same measure. So say for example that angle 1 measures 50 degrees. So since angle 1 is paired to angle 5 wherein they are corresponding angles, so it means that angle 5 measures 50 degrees. Okay? So we also have here alternate interior angles are congruent. So we have here angle 2 and angle 8. They are congruent, meaning they have the same measure. And also with angle 3 and angle 5. So let us discuss more of this measurement after we discuss all of the relationships. Now we have here number 3, alternate exterior angles are congruent. So it means that angle 1 and angle 7 are congruent. So if angle 1 measures 50 degrees, it means that angle 7 is also 50 degrees. Okay, because they are alternate exterior angles. And also with angle 4 and angle 6, they are congruent. Now for number 4, same side interior angles are supplementary. So what do we mean by supplementary? These are pairs of angles that when you add the measurement, it is equal to 180 degrees. So it means that if we have the same side interior angles, they are supplementary. So what are those same side interior angles? So we have here angle 2 and angle 5. So if we get the sum of the measures of angle 2 and angle 5, they are supplementary. Okay? And then we have here same side exterior angles are supplementary. So it means that we have here angle 1 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 7. So they are supplementary, meaning the sum of their measures is equal to 180 degrees. So let us start. Angle 1 is 50 degrees. So it is alternate exterior angle niya si angle 7. So it means that angle 7 measures 50 degrees. And also angle 1 is on the same side and one is in the interior and one is in the exterior, so they are corresponding angles. So it means that angle 5 is 50 degrees. Since angle 5 is alternate interior angles niya ang angle 3, so therefore, angle 3 measures 50 degrees. Okay, do you understand why angle 1 measures 50 degrees, angle 3 is 50 degrees, angle 5 is 50 degrees, and also with angle 7, 50 degrees. Now, let's have here same side exterior angles are supplementary. So what will be the pair with angle 1 on the same side exterior angle? So we have here angle 6. So angle 1 and angle 6 are same side exterior angles and they are supplementary. If angle 1 measures 50 degrees, so what should be the measure of angle 6? So angle 6 will be 130 degrees. Okay? Do you understand, class? Now, angle 6 is alternate angle with angle 4. So angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate exterior angles. And alternate exterior angles are congruent. So therefore, if angle 6 measures 130 degrees, then the measure of angle 4 is also 130 degrees. And of course, we have here angle 2, which measures 130 degrees. Why? Because angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. And corresponding angles are congruent. So if angle 6 measures 130 degrees, of course, the measure of angle 2 is also 130 degrees. And of course, angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. If the measure of angle 4 is 130 degrees, therefore, the measure of angle 8 is also 130 degrees. Okay, do not forget that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are congruent. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Same side interior angles are supplementary. Same side exterior angles are supplementary. So these are the relationships among angles formed if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Now, let us have more examples of these relationships. So, let us have this figure. We have two parallel lines which are line H and line K, and we have this transversal line, line T. So, if the measure of angle 2, we have your angle 2 is 125 degrees, what is the value of x if angle 8 is equal to 2x minus 1? So, we have your angle 2 and angle 8. So, what is the relationship between angle 2 and angle 8? And we have here that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then alternate interior angles are congruent. So, angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate interior angles, and they are congruent. So, in symbol, we have here the measure of angle 8 is congruent to the measure of angle 2, meaning the measure of angle 8 is equal to the measure of angle 2. So, in equation, so we need to remember how do we solve equation and writing it in equation. So, in equation, we will substitute the measure of angle 8, which is 2x minus 1. So, we substitute it. And the measure of angle 2 is 125. And congruent means equal in measure. So, we have now the equation 2x minus 1 is equal to 125. Now, solving for equation, we use to rewrite minus 1 on the right side so that we can only have variable on the left side. So, we get the opposite of it. So, we will come up with 2x is equal to 125. Then, minus 1 will become plus 1 if we're going to rewrite it on the right side. Now, simplifying, so we will come up with 2x is equal to 126. So, 125 plus 1 is 126. Now, to solve for x, we will divide both sides of the equation by 2. So, we will have 2x over 2 is equal to 126 over 2. So, by division, we will come up with the value of x which is equal to, so 2x divided by 2 is x. Then 126 divided by 2 is 63. So therefore, the value of x is equal to 63. Okay, do you have any question regarding the application of algebra in our parallel lines cut by a transversal? Now let us have the second example. So again, using this figure, if the measure of angle 4 is equal to x plus 2, what is the value of x if angle 7 is equal to x minus 6? So again, we will find out what will be the relationship of angle 4 and angle 7. So we have your angle 4 and angle 7. So we have here same side exterior angles. So when we have this, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then same side exterior angles are supplementary. So take note that when we are solving relationships among angles formed with equations or polynomials, so we have to find out what will be the relationships of these. So they are same side exterior angles, and same side exterior angles are supplementary. So we have here that the measure, when we say supplementary, the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 7 is equal to 180. So that will be our equation. Then substitute. So what is the measure of angle 4? So we have here x plus 2 plus the measure of angle 7, which is x minus 6. And it is equal to 180. Now, simplifying the given equation, so what is x plus x? So we have 2x. And what is positive 2 plus negative 6? So we have negative 4. So it is equal to 180. Now, isolating the term with the variable, So we will rewrite negative 4 to right side. So it will become 2x is equal to 180. Then minus 4 will become plus 4. So take note, opposite when we rewrite it on the other side of the equal symbol. Now simplifying, so we will come up with 2x is equal to 184. Then divide both sides by 2 to solve for x. So we will have 2x over 2 which is equal to x, and 184 divided by 2 is equal to 92. So therefore, the value of x is equal to 92. So when you come up with the problem involving equations, so you must remember to find the relationships among the angles formed. If they are corresponding angles, if they are alternate exterior angles, alternate interior angles, same side interior angles, or same side exterior angles. So do not forget that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are congruent. Alternate interior angles are congruent. Alternate exterior angles are congruent. Same side interior angles are supplementary. And same side exterior angles are supplementary. I hope you did understand the relationships among angles formed when you watch this video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and God bless.